好，那我现在在麦克风你有看到吗？我现在马上有听到你的麦克。
相信这样吗？我相信帮你。Hello， 这样。
秋伟，我没有听到你的声音了。
有听到了，好，没问题。
OK， 谢谢。
谢谢哦。
将您的麦克风以及镜头全程关闭哦。请将您的麦克风以及镜头全程关闭，以利我们的活动的进行。当然，这也包括了我们这个分享画面的功能，也请确保它是关闭的状态。谢谢。 各位贵宾，欢迎大家参与今天的国际绿色民生消费趋势与跨境商机媒合研讨会。Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome to the 2022 International Livelihood, Green Consumption Trend and Cross-Border Business Opportunities Matchmaking Seminar. 我们今天将会进行我们的系列2欧洲市场绿色民生消费趋势与跨境商机媒合研讨会。Today, we will be commencing our second part of the series, which is on European market webinar on green people's livelihood consumption trends and cross-border business opportunities matching. 提醒您，在活动的期间呢，请务必将您的麦克风以及镜头全程保持关闭的状态，以利我们活动的进行。我们活动将准时于下午2点开始，再请线上的贵宾稍后片刻，谢谢。So, as a friendly reminder, please make sure that throughout the seminar, you keep your microphone and your camera off the entire time to facilitate commencement. So, our event will begin at 2 p.m. sharp. So, please wait another 5 minutes. Thank you very much. 各位线上的朋友们，大家好！欢迎大家参与今天的欧洲市场绿色民生消费趋势与跨境商机媒合研讨会。我是您的活动主持人卢莹。Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome everyone to participate in today's European market webinar on green people's livelihood consumption trends and cross-border business opportunities matching. 首先呢，仅代表主办单位经济部中小企业处以及执行单位财团法人塑教中心，我们欢迎各位来宾参与今天的线上国际研讨会。On behalf of the Small and Medium Enterprises Administration of Ministry of Economic Affairs and the Plastics Industry Development Center, the organizers, we welcome you to join in our fruitful discussion event today. 本次活动为各位邀请到的是总共5位的专家，来跟大家分享欧洲市场目前的趋势。第一位就是我们的 Amazon Global Selling 全球最大线上零售商 Amazon 的欧洲站点，我们的跨境业务经理以及我们的业务拓展经理。我们的跨境业务经理 Our Cross-Border Business Manager Andreas Goller from Amazon Global Selling。And our Business Development Manager, Mr. Zhou Zhang, also from Amazon Global Selling. 第二，我们邀请到了全球最大的跨境电商服务供应商 Channel Advisor 的亚太地区方案与合作经理 Simon Kelly. We have also invited Solutions and Partnerships Manager of APAC, Channel Advisor, Mr. Simon Kelly.另外，我们也邀请到了台欧商机资源整合专家台合加速器 ，our Tiger Accelerators。我们邀请到了我们的执行总监许秀芳许小姐，以及我们的新创与创新的可持续性计划执行长吴林宏吴先生。We have invited our Executive Director Valerie Xu.And our Sustainable Innovation and Venture Building Director, Calvin Wu, from Tiger Accelerators to join with us today. 现在我们的跨境市场专家们都已经在线上了。首先，让我们来欢迎我们讲题1的讲者。那么，我们首先欢迎我们的 Amazon Global Selling， 我们的 Andreas Goller 先生，他因公务无法上线。让我们来欢迎我们的跨境业务经理 Cross-Border Business Manager from Amazon Global Selling will not be with us today due to there's another meeting. So we will be inviting our Business Development Manager, Mr. Zhou Zhang. If you can please turn on your camera and wave hi to everyone.
Hello everyone, my name is Chewy.I'm the Amazon Global Sales Team in Taiwan. Nice to meet you.
And also, if your microphone.
Yeah, can you guys hear me? Hello? I'm speaking.
请问周维章经理
Hello?
有吗？
Can you guys hear me?
以及接下来让我们欢迎讲题2的讲者。也就是我们的 Channel Advisor 亚太地区方案与合作经理 Mr. Simon Kelly. So Mr. Simon Kelly, our Solutions and Partnership Manager APAC from Channel Advisor. Please turn on your camera and your microphone and say hi to everyone. 再来是我们讲题3的讲者。再来是我们讲题3的讲者，也就是我们的台欧商机资源整合专家台合加速器 Tiger Accelerators 的执行总监许秀芳许小姐。
Hello, everybody. This is Valerie Xu from Tiger Accelerator. Okay. We are currently in Netherlands and Germany, to join this event. Thank you.
再来，让我们欢迎我们的新创与创新的可持续性计划执行长吴林宏先生 ，Mr. Calvin Wu, Sustainable Innovation and Venture Building Director.
Hello, everybody.
好，非常谢谢我们今天的与会讲者们。那么非常期待你们接下来的分享。今天非常荣幸能够邀请到这5位专家，他们来上线来跟各位分享欧洲当地的消费市场与绿色产品的喜好，共同来探讨市场趋势与政策方向，并且以过往的实战经验呢，带领我们台湾的中小企业绿色永续商品能够快速更有效地打开目标市场与商机，为 MIT 的绿色产品打造无国界的商机，货卖到全世界。Today, we're very honored to be inviting our 5 experts to be sharing with us their experiences in the European market and to discuss the market trend and any strategic development that based on previous experiences that can help the small and medium enterprises in Taiwan to bring their green, sustainable products to the world, to the European market, and bring about a new business opportunities. 另外，在我们5位讲者的发表之后呢，我们还精选了4家国内优质的中小企业来进行循环经济产品的线上发表，以展现我国循环经济技术与绿色永续能量。So, in addition to our 5 guest speakers today, we have selected 4 of our small and medium enterprise manufacturers to present to us their circular economic new green sustainable products, to show us their new development in the circular economy as well as in green sustainability. 那么如果您在活动当中有任何系统操作上面的问题，或者是想要请教讲者的任何提问，都非常欢迎您在聊天区发问。那么我们的活动小编呢，将会及时来为各位服务。另外，请教讲者的这个提问呢，我们的小编群将会统一把它们搜集起来，并在我们的座谈会的时段呢，邀请今天与会的专家代表们上线来跟大家解答。So if there are any technical issues that you find during the event, feel free to leave your issue or problems in the chat box for our assistants. They will be gladly to help you. And also, if there are any questions that you would like to ask any of our guest speakers for today, we will be collecting the questions for our panel discussion in the latter half of today's seminar. 那么接下来活动一开始呢，我们首先邀请到的是我们的主办单位代表，也就是我们的经济部中小企业处何建仓处长，为我们致开场欢迎致辞。We have invited our Mr. Ho Jin Zhang, our Director General of Small and Medium Enterprise Administration of the MOEA, to give us his opening remarks. 请各位观赏我们处长的分享影片。
业务拓展经理 Mr. Zhang, Channel Advisor 亚洲地区方案与合作经理 Mr. Kelly, 台俄加速器许执行总监、无计划执行长以及各位线上与会的嘉宾，大家好。首先，请代表经济部中小企业处欢迎各位参与今日的欧洲市场绿色民生消费趋势与商机媒合研讨会。谈论到永续发展与净零碳排，欧洲国家永远是政策、技术的领先者。依据联合国2021年永续发展报告，针对165个国家的永续发展现况调查。前3名分别为芬兰、瑞典与丹麦，显见欧洲国家对永续发展的重视，从政府、企业到一般消费者均齐心落实。根据欧盟所发表的绿色产品单一市场研究报告指出，全球低碳 环保产品与服务市场约有4.2兆欧元的商机，欧盟市场的市占率就高达21%，且欧洲约有77%的消费者认为改变自己的消费行为能够正面地影响环境品质，在各类型用品购物清单中都有意愿选购较具永续性的产品。未来绿色概念将会是庞大的商机，对企业而言，开发出具有竞争力的绿色商品或服务，将有助强化竞争力，同时也能提升企业品牌形象，强化企业社会责任。近年来，随着宅经济成为新常态，电商网购取代实体通路成为消费的主流，绿色商品的采购也不再局限于实体的商店。欧洲市场蓬勃多元发展的电商平台，也成为绿色商品的销售据点。依据欧洲跨境电子商务平台研究调查显示，2021年欧洲跨境电商市场总营业额达到1710亿欧元，较去年同期增长17%，并预期2022年可成长到2450亿欧元。今天的研讨会特别邀请常年深耕欧洲市场的专家与通路代表，分享欧洲绿色产品销售趋势与推广行销的做法，并解析跨境电商平台的行销采购策略。来自 Amazon Global Selling 欧洲站点的跨境业务经理 Mr. Goller 以及业务拓展经理 Mr. Zhang 将为各位介绍欧洲跨境电商的绿色产品商机，并分享前进欧洲市场的成功案例。接着由全球最大的品牌幕后操手 Channel Advisor 亚洲地区方案与合作经理 Mr. Kelly 为各位解析台湾绿色品牌如何跨入欧洲电商市场的行销策略，以及台俄加速器许执行总监、吴计划执行长说明拓展欧洲市场的优势与注意事项。同时，今天也邀请台湾中小企业代表介绍其优质的绿色产品及循环经济的模式，希望借由相互交流，启发更多元的永续发想，期许各行业的中小企业都能开拓出自己无国界永续的商机。预祝今天活动顺利成功，各位先进，生意兴隆，身体健康，谢谢大家。
那么非常感谢我们处长刚才的分享，他的开幕致辞。So thank you again, Director General, for your wonderful opening remarks. So we wish the seminar a fruitful success. 那么接下来再一次欢迎各位贵宾回到我们的欧洲市场绿色民生消费趋势与跨境商机媒合研讨会的直播现场。Welcome again, ladies and gentlemen, back to our live. 接下来我们将正式进入今天的活动议程。首先我们邀请到的是全球最大线上零售商 Amazon Global Selling 欧洲站点。不好意思，我们刚才的那位讲者呢 Mr. Simon Kelly 他已经现在到了我们线上了，他现在在我们的这个 team meeting 里面。那么我们再请他打开他的相机与他的麦克风，跟我们打声招呼。So Mr. Simon Kelly is now with us in the live room. So if you can turn on your camera and your microphone and just say hi to everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you very much. Hi, good afternoon.
It's a pleasure to be here.
好，非常谢谢我们 Simon Kelly 今天来参与我们的这个直播现场哦。那么接下来呢，我们就进入到我们今天的活动主题，也就是我们的讲题1。Mr. Simon Kelly, you may turn off your camera now. Thank you. 今天我们的讲题一，我们活动议程呢，首先让我们邀请到的是全球最大线上零售商 Amazon Global Selling 欧洲站点的跨境业务经理 Andrea Scholar 以及业务拓展经理车威长 Our Cross-Border Business Manager and Business Development Manager Mr. Andrea Scholar and Mr. Che Wei Zhang to bring to us the green opportunities for e-commerce success in Europe with Amazon. So let us welcome Manager Andreas and Manager Che Wei to share with us their involvement and the development of the European e-commerce market.
So welcome everybody. Very nice to meet all of you. My name is Andreas, and I'm a local account executive here for Amazon Ads in the European Union. I'm based out of Germany, and today I'm very excited to share with you some e-commerce trends, especially with a focus on sustainability that we are seeing in Europe. So let's start by having a look at Europe. What is the European market all about? Europe in itself is the third largest economy in the world, just behind the US and China, and with a GDP of 17 trillion US dollars. Our e-commerce penetration rate is currently 53%, which still leaves us some room to grow, which also brings some exciting e-commerce opportunities at a current annual e-commerce revenue of 465 billion US dollars. So a common question when you enter the European market is where to start, because unlike the US or China, Europe is divided into a lot of different countries. And though we have the European Union, you'll still be left with some localization requirements and understanding individual European countries' consumers, preferences, and needs. So where to start when you enter the market? One place is to look at e-commerce user rates if you're focused on an e-commerce business model, where we'll see Germany is the largest market at 62.4 million e-commerce users at the moment, followed by the UK, France, Italy, and Spain. And as you'll see, this ranking is also pretty much in line with population numbers in the European Union, with Germany being the largest country in terms of GDP and population, followed by the UK, France, Italy, and Spain. But population and size of the economy is one way to look at it, but then especially when it comes to sustainability, we'll find that in each European country, consumers have different preferences on how they want to consume more sustainably and more environmentally friendly. And this is why I pulled out this survey from 2020 that talks about clothing that uses recycled materials in the textile, which of course is a very strong suit of Taiwanese manufacturers, textiles made from recycled materials. And here we can see the UK. In the UK, you find that 15% of consumers pay a lot of attention to using textiles with recycled materials, whereas that number is only about half in Germany and Italy at 8%. But does that mean that my people in Germany don't care about the environment, or people in Italy? I don't think so. So I looked up another chart, and this one looks at how people in German-speaking countries, that's to say Germany, Austria, and Switzerland, how they are willing to adjust their e-commerce consumption behavior in order to make it more sustainable. And we find some pretty encouraging results. For example, around half of consumers would be willing to send back reusable packaging when they make an e-commerce order. Almost half would be willing to accept longer delivery timing. And people would even be willing to spend more money for sustainable packaging. Only around 10% would not be willing to make any compromises for sustainability. So what we're seeing here is that sustainability also in e-commerce consumption behavior is a crucial point for consumers in Europe. And the e-commerce market will continue to gain importance. As we can see in this chart, this is a forecast of e-commerce revenue across Europe. We can see there was a big increase from 2019 to 2020 and 2020 to 2021, which was obviously due to the corona pandemic. A lot of more people had to stay at home and started to get used to e-commerce consumption behaviors. But even though in Europe and also Taiwan, we're slowly moving past the pandemic, it is expected that e-commerce revenue in Europe will continue to increase to up to $570 billion in 2025. So there's a lot more opportunity in the European e-commerce market in the years to come. And Amazon is your #1 place to go for any support, because after all, Amazon makes up more than half of the European e-commerce market. So if you're doing e-commerce in Europe, Amazon is a great place to start. And how to get started in all of these individual European countries, I'll leave to my next colleague from Global Selling. Thank you very much.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Chewy Chen. I'm from Amazon Taiwan Europe team. So today I'm going to talk about two things. One is Amazon environment and commitment. Second is Amazon Europe marketplace. In the first one, Amazon environmental commitment, I'm going to show you how Amazon is committed to save the environment, also Europe's EPR policies. Second, Amazon Europe marketplace, we have many opportunities in Europe, and I'm going to show you which country and how can we help you to extend your business into Europe. Here, the first one, we're going to explain the Amazon environmental commitment. First page, you can see we have here, I'm showing 6 Amazon green certificates from BIMFA, Blue Sign, Energy Star, as carbon free, etc. Here, I'm just showing you that actually Amazon company has received numerous number of green certificate toward environmentals. That's how serious we are toward environmental friendly policies. Here, data I'm going to show you what is the extending producer responsibility in Europe. This is new laws that in Europe, and environmental policy. This environmental policy it's like a seller are responsible for the product since the produce, ship, sale, and end of waste collection, recycle. So basically from design until end of life. And next page here, you can see, I will show you on top explanation, but bottom left, please take a look. Here we have list out all the list of category will need to fit in EPR category in France and Germany from first one to 9. Why we only list out France and Germany? Because France and Germany are enforcement date this year. Bottom right, you can see effective date in 2022. And that's something interesting is that in Germany, for the package and battery, for the package, you have to apply for the Lucy number in order to sell on Amazon for the German. And then WEEE for battery will be next year's. But right now we are telling everybody, if you guys can apply as early as possible, please. And as for France, we're going to enforce next year. However, this year, we are telling everybody if they can apply early, they can do it for now. For the further example, for the further detail about how to do it, 2 things we can tell you. First, from here, here you said shows third-party vendor can assist you, right? Here are the vendors that can help you to apply for all of this EPR policy. Also, you can talk to your Amazon account sales. They will help you 100%. And after the environmental policy here, I'm going to show you Amazon Europe Marketplace. That's the key part that everybody wants to know. How does it work, right? So here you can see we have 8 marketplaces in Europe. And this page, I'm going to show you 5 first. England, Germany, France, Italy, and Spain. Why 5? Because these 5 countries are the first one Amazon entered in Europe since 2015. And we are proud to say, right now we are ranking #1 for online shopping in Europe, these top 5 countries. And everyday monthly traffic, we have 236 million people. Plus, also the 70+ Amazon fulfillment center. People probably question is, what's Amazon fulfillment center? Means we have a storage all over Europe. So you guys don't need to worry. You guys just need to put the stuff, ship out to storage. We can ship to your client everywhere. Here, we're talking about in Europe, there's many various countries, right? As you can see, in the past 2 years, we have gained 3 more countries: Netherlands, Sweden, Poland. And why these 3 countries? First, these 3 countries, their e-commerce penetration is much higher than Europe's average. Also, their online shopping consumption level is much higher than global average. It means they spend more money. They are willing to buy high-end things. And third, we gain 6,500 million people in potential clients. And also, one more thing people can think about it, those 3 countries are connected with East Europe. That's something we're trying to do, open all the market in Europe. And you guys know Amazon as B2C customer, right? Business to end user, just we sell to the customers. But actually, Amazon also have B2B business. On the left, you can see a global market size for Amazon. In 2017, we only sell 82.9 billion. In 2020, we sold 1.1 billions and 1,100 millions. And in 2021, we grew 10 times for 12K billions. What does it mean? Actually, even you sell B2C, you also have the potential to reach B2B client. But here on the right-hand side, we list out why. Because 73% of purchase are Y generation. What's Y generation? Like age. So actually, our shopping behavior has been changing from offline to online. Second is most of business, more than 60% of business are purchased online weekly. They want to check the online price before they go to offline, right? Third, most important, everybody knows the impact of pandemic, the COVID. The B2B purchasing behavior has transferred from offline to online gradually right now. And these things, we don't see stop in the past few months, even in these years. Here we want to show you what's the Amazon business current customer in EU. Here we list out the top 5 Europe countries: Germany, England, France, Italy, Spain, right? In Germany, we work with 25 DAX 30 enterprise. And then for England, we work with UK top 15 university. In France, we have 3,000 public school plus hospital. Italy, we have 1,000 NGO. In Spain, we also have school plus the enterprise. We have variety of customers are doing B2B business with Amazon. Here, I want to show you a sales success story from Taiwan. This is company in Taiwan, from Taiwan to Berlin story. It's called 3D Max. In Chinese, we call 盛州企业. How? They won the 2020 Amazon Global Selling Excellence Seller Award in Europe. And a little bit background about 3D Max is they were established in 1985, and then they were mainly focusing on ODM business. They help other companies to manufacture all the auto part, everything. However, with their unique specific R&D skills, they have obtained numerous patents in nearly 40 countries. And then you guys know how valuable is patent. No one can copy you. Let's go. And then after this, they have approached Amazon because the manager and the boss in the 3D Max believe that business transformation from OEM to creating a brand is an essential step for their business because they own the patent and OEM business is getting difficult. They're creating their own brand. It's more sustainable in the futures. And why did they choose EU in the first place? Think about it. EU, we offer 8 marketplaces with 8 countries to try. So basically, you have all the product you can try in all the countries. Don't be afraid to say this country doesn't work, whole thing doesn't work with 8 countries. There will be 1 country for you, 100% in Europe. And also generally in Europe, they accept a self-made brand better than other countries. They prefer their self-created brand. Okay, everyone, to sum up this cross-border e-commerce platform seminar, Amazon Global Selling will continue to improve the environmental sustainability through our green commitment. We hope you can join us too. Also, for the business perspective, To understand the importance of e-commerce, it's the current trend and the essential knowledge to create potential business opportunity for everyone. No matter you are B2C or B2B business, we encourage everyone to start to think what's their long-term sustained business goal and join us as soon as possible. Regardless the size of business, Amazon, us, we will provide the equal opportunity to all sellers to find their potential market all over the world through Amazon Global Selling Platform. My name is Chewy from Amazon Global Selling EU team. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.
欢迎各位回到我们的直播现场，也谢谢 Andreas 经理以及 Chewy 经理，他们两位长期投入于欧洲电商市场的开发的分享。他们也分享了许多他们带领了台湾企业跨境欧洲市场的成功案例，非常感谢。So thank you again, Andreas and Chewy, for your wonderful presentation. 紧接着我们要进入到我们的讲题2，我们邀请到的是 Channel Advisor 亚太地区方案与合作经理 Mr. Simon Kelly。那么 Channel Advisor 连续10年被 Digital Commerce 360评为第1大电商平台供应商，他们服务的客户各个大有来头，而我们的 Simon 更是团队中的品牌操作专家，协助企业进行跨境电商的拓展更是他的专长领域。今天 Simon 经理呢将与我们分享的讲题是全球最大的品牌幕後操手，带您前进欧洲电商市场。So we will be proceeding with our topic 2. We have invited Channel Advisors' Solutions and Partnership Manager, APAC, Simon Kelly. So Mr. Simon Kelly has been working with Channel Advisor with lots of branding experiences in the team. For 10 years, Channel Advisor has been voted #1 e-commerce platform provider by Digital Commerce 360. So we look forward to him sharing about the world's largest brand behind the scenes, taking you to the European e-commerce market. 接下来让我们来欢迎 Mr. Simon Kelly 以及他的分享。
Hello, and thanks very much for joining me. My name's Simon Kelly, and I'm Solutions and Partnerships Manager for Channel Advisor in APAC. And today I'll be talking to you about how to sell internationally via marketplaces. And predominantly, the focus of today's talk is going to be about how to sell into Europe. And then we'll do a bit of a discussion on some of the marketplaces and some of the consumer values in relation to sustainability and green products. So today's consumer journeys have more options than they've ever had. Consumers are looking for product information through Amazon. They might be researching products through Google. They might be filtering what choice they're going to make depending on how sustainable the delivery method is, or what brands are choosing the right types of packaging and biodegradable packaging to send their products in. And more than ever, that's a large part around what the consumer is basing their decisions on. When you're looking at how you want to expand through to Europe, part of the decision is to go, well, where are customers discovering products? And so we know that on average, it takes 8 touch points with a brand before a shopper decides to make a purchase. So you as a brand or a retailer need to make sure that you can be across as many of the different important touch points as possible to put your best foot forward for doing that. So what we know is that marketplaces lead to discovery. So we asked 5,000 customers. We polled them evenly across all age groups and genders around how they've discovered the products that they've purchased online. We see here that 42% have found their products while browsing marketplaces. You can see a significant amount using brand and retail websites, and word of mouth, and as well as social media and Google. But the most important to be across is the marketplace side. And this remains true when we look at the data from the UK, the data from France, or the data from Germany. And we'll make sure these slides are available to those viewing the presentation so you get some more information there. And if you want to drill into the rest of those numbers. So, I mean, the benefits of selling on marketplaces are many and varied, but I tried to break it down to some quite simple areas that you can look at, right? First and foremost, it's traffic. So you're looking at a ready-made audience, and you can leverage the larger ad budgets that these marketplaces have. They are finely tuned to convert the shoppers well. When shoppers, as we saw earlier, they're discovering products through marketplaces and there's a high buyer intent. And constantly the marketplaces and you as a seller will have tools that you can use to drive conversion at a higher level. Marketplaces mean that you can experiment. So you can test and learn in new markets and new channels relatively quickly via setting up your own e-commerce operations or web store there. And by leveraging partners like third-party logistics or fulfillment by Amazon, that can be a good way to do that as well. These shoppers have a higher average time spent on site, which means that the basket size can often be higher, which only benefits you as a seller. To increase that brand awareness as well, it's making sure you take control of the advertising tools that are available. And again, leveraging the ad budgets that these marketplaces have so that your brand can be found by somewhere halfway across the world. What we do know, of course, it's been a big couple of years for e-commerce, and so we know that the retail growth rate, the e-commerce growth rate in Western Europe is 5.1%. And certainly if we look at Eastern and Central Europe, that's up by like 6.6% as well. So we know that the market there is significant. So why look at Europe? Well, because it's the market there is still growing at a very nice clip. And we know that marketplaces are driving growth for sellers. And so, and as consumers shop both online and in-store, multi-channel and marketplace formats will drive 86% of the sales growth for the next 5 years. And this is from a Euromonitor report with Google. And you see the vast majority of the countries involved here and surveyed are from Europe. So having a marketplace strategy is essential if you're looking to grow throughout Europe over the next few years. But the trouble is the execution. And executing at scale can be difficult, right? So making sure you've got resources, language support, expertise in the channel. How do you stay on top of customer reviews? How do you make sure you're priced the right way so you can make enough margin? Making sure that product information is up to date, images are appropriate for the marketplace, you're choosing the right audience, and you're keeping up with your competitors. So there's a lot to think about and a lot to manage. So of course, coming from an e-commerce platform like Channel Advisor, a large part about what we would think about is how can you automate as much of this as possible to enable you to scale? Because it's more than just listing that's important. So gone are the days where you could just list your product up on a channel and then you would have success. So the first step is to really connect and how you're connecting to marketplaces. And so which is how do you get your product information from where it is and then through to that marketplace channel? And then when an order happens, how does that flow back through their system so that you're able to actually deal with that? The next step is how you market it. Okay, so how do you make sure that you're marketing to the right people at the right time for the right ROI? And if that's using Amazon sponsored brands, if that's utilizing EDMs and banners through a marketplace, if that's using Google Shopping and Facebook, that's all parts of what you might need to look at to make sure that you can grow and be found in market. Selling. And so this is where it's really important, right? Like this is why we're here, is to actually enable the sale. So are you priced the right way? Is the product packaged the right way and bundled the right way and explained the right way so that the customer has all the information they need to purchase? Then it's around how you support them. So arguably one of the most important parts of this is how you're fulfilling, and especially when you're looking at how you can fulfill in a way that's going to satisfy a client that demands the respect of sustainability and green products. So how can you package that in the right way? What partners can you use to make sure that that you can fulfill the requirements of the customer? And then how you tweak and change, how you optimize, how you adjust your titles and your descriptions and your images and your promise so that everything gets a little bit better every time you make sales through marketplaces. So, and that's what Channel Advisor does. We help brands and retailers to sell internationally via marketplaces. So we support over 350 marketplaces and retail channels all over the world. But of course, today we'll focus on Europe and European marketplaces. Now, much like marketplaces in Asia, European marketplaces can be there's structured all over the place, right? There's many different channels. So part of what I'm focused on today is simply a few marketplaces that you could have a look at. And this is only a small portion of the total amount that's available and the total amount that Channel Advisors support. It's important to understand how things are happening within Western Europe at the moment. And before we jump into which marketplace channels and whereabouts you're looking to sell, look at the extent of growth we're looking through retail e-commerce sales between 2022 and 2026. That's growing steadily. And that share of e-commerce sales is just on 15%, but mobile commerce and m-commerce being 47% of that. So much of what's driving that is, of course, the same thing that's driving that in Asia, right? And same thing that's driving that in Taiwan is marketplaces and social media. And so let's touch on how frequently people are shopping online. If you're like me, you're probably shopping more than once a day, but that's not everyone, right? So we see whether it's UK, Germany, France, Italy, Spain, or even throughout Europe, you see such a large proportion of shopping online more than once a month, and a significant proportion shopping more than once a week. So the frequency that it seems like more are than not shopping online on a really regular basis. And where you start is we start from a general marketplace, right? So when we look at the large general marketplaces in Europe, of course, it's places like Amazon, eBay, and Frugo. And so these are broad general marketplaces that are really available all over Europe and the UK. Of course, and I'm not going to touch on Amazon today because there's another terrific talk about Amazon where they'll go through much more detail of that. eBay, there's the eBay versions of eBay all throughout Europe. Same deal with Frugo, same deal. I mean, with Cdiscount, of course, it's focused on France. If you're selling in terms of home and garden, then again, there's many different options available for you here. So whether that's someone like a Mano Mano or Allegro or OnBuy or Laredo, there's so many different channels. So you need to do some research on which countries, think about tax, think about where you're going to be shipping from. But there's lots of different options available for you here. And again, I can't go into detail on all of it purely because of time, but these are a few that I would have a look at. So definitely have a look into Allegro. I caught up with that team last week. They're actively looking to expand the amount of sellers they have coming throughout Asia. Otto, German headquarters, massive marketplace. Mano Mano, obviously, as I showed, there's a lot of different marketplaces, but it's headquartered in France. OnBuy and Laredo. We're looking at consumer electronics. There's a few different types of channels that come up here, right? So again, one to focus on would be Frugo, but I'd also be looking at Backmarket and OnBuy and Cdon and Allegro as well. But again, it depends on where you want to go about doing business. For sports and outdoors, looking at some of the really big guys in market, whether it's Decathlon or JD or Sprinter in Spain. Fashion centric, and you may know some of these marketplaces already, but some of the larger ones to consider would be places like Zalando or About You, or even Found, which is there's a whole range of different channels available to you. So certainly our customers have significant success selling through Zalando, but it's part of when you're selling on a fashion marketplace, it's ensuring you've got the right sorts of product data there. And I'll touch on a bit of that in a little bit. And with an idea towards sustainability and why this is so important and why this is combined is that these marketplaces and the consumers are demanding that of you as a seller. So through Zalando, customers can find more sustainable fashion with 500 brands through the channel and over 140,000 items. They've got the goal to generate over 25% of their GMV with more sustainable products. Otto, of course, they're sending in recyclable poly bags, and sellers must sign a declaration of sustainability in order to sign up to the Otto marketplace. But what we know is across all EU countries, customers are more likely to buy products that are made and delivered in a sustainable way, with consumers from countries with a higher GDP willing to pay extra for those items. So the number of consumers and customers are supporting sustainability in e-commerce is growing year on year in every single EU country. So I'll go through a little bit now, a bit more broadly, on strategies for success. So the components of a successful marketplace strategy start in operations, making sure that the products that you want to sell are listed correctly. Do they have the right quantity? And how are you fulfilling that? Once that is set up, you've got the plumbing done, which is all your product data flowing through and hopefully using a partner like Channel Advisor to list, then it's okay, I'm selling, then how do I expand? How do I add more product through these channels? How do I add more countries that I'm doing business on? How do I add more marketplaces? While you're doing that, you need to be optimizing. So if you're not changing what your strategy is, if you're not changing your pricing, your content, your data, depending on the channel, then you're not going to succeed. So the factors to consider are the product data. Is it specific for that country? Do you need to look at getting translation done? How are you going to manage returns, and where are you going to store your inventory? Are you going to use a third-party logistics provider, or are you going to use Amazon FBA? How to make sure you're factoring in what costs you've got for shipping and how you'll price in that given market. Who's going to, on a day-by-day basis, solve the errors? Because the more channels that you're listing on, the more errors you're going to get from those channels. So that's a constant process you need to look at, and that's something Channel Advisor can help with. The optimizing the product data on the marketplaces listing themselves, and then how you're dealing with reviews and customer service in a different time zone. Do you outsource that to a team in Europe, or do you want to manage that locally from where you are? So to start out, you need to understand what's expected of you as a seller. And again, like, data is key. So in order to be found, make sure you've got the right type of information. If you don't, and if you don't adhere to these to the guidelines, then you may not be able to sell successfully through the channel. Look at what your competition might look like through those different marketplaces. Develop a pricing plan specifically for that. And then ensure that as many of your products that you can list overseas. Analyze ratings and reviews, and take advantage of advertising opportunity. So look at Amazon advertising, look at eBay promoted listings, look at ways that you can pay to ensure that your products can be found. And don't try and do this yourself. Leverage a technology partner or multiple partners if you need to make sure that you're not wasting your time and money on trying to do this manually. And that's exactly how Channel Advisor helps. We're trusted by the world's largest brands and retailers since 2001. And this is precisely what they use us for. They use us to make sure that their products are found and are available through marketplaces and digital channels globally. So Channel Advisor, we're the complete multi-channel solutions for brands and retailers. So whether it's the connection, the marketing, how we go about helping you to sell, connecting you with the right fulfillment channels and partners, or the optimization of all of that, this is exactly what we do. And so there's sort of 5 main areas where Channel Advisor fits its services. So today I've been talking mostly about marketplaces. We also, of course, look after marketplace advertising and retail media. We can help you to deal with things like feed management. We can help you to sell through more and more different first party and retail partners, and we can help with the fulfillment side of things. So we are built to scale. Over 2.4 billion products uploaded to Channel Advisor every day, with 168 million listings repriced per day during the Cyber 5. And again, we support over 350 different marketplaces globally. So thank you very much for your time and for listening to my presentation. Please, if you'd like some more information, there's a site there to request a demo, and we'll have someone from our team actually reach out and answer any questions that you've got. So it's been a pleasure. Thanks very much for your time.
And thank you, Simon, for your wonderful sharing. 欢迎各位继续回到欧洲市场绿色民生消费趋势与跨境商机媒合研讨会。Welcome back to us live on webinar on green people's livelihood consumption trends and cross-border business opportunities matching. 我们刚才呢，我们 Simon 经理分享了许多品牌上面在社交平台上的行销，以及 Channel Advisor 他们所提供的一些语言上的支援，或者是产品更新，或者是平台更新等等的自动化服务，以及他们与物流的整合等等。那么接下来呢，紧接着让我们进入到主题3。我们邀请到的是台欧商机资源整合专家、台合加速器的许执行总监以及吴计划执行长。So next we will be proceeding with our topic 3 of today. So we have invited from Tiger Accelerators, Ms. Valerie Su and Mr. Calvin Wu. 这2位讲者呢，旅居欧洲多年，他们在欧洲和台湾皆享有丰富的市场人脉，透过常年驻外的经验呢，帮助过许多台湾新创以及企业走向国际。今天我们2位专家将与各位分享台湾企业前进欧洲市场，除了绿色产品行销策略，你还需要的重要市场伙伴。So our 2 speakers today are Executive Director Su and Chief Executive Officer Wu of Tiger Accelerators. So they have lived in Europe for several years and have very rich market contacts in Europe and in Taiwan. So through their experiences abroad, they have helped many Taiwan enterprises and startups to succeed abroad. Today, they will share the topic about a couple essential business partners you may need apart from green product marketing strategies. 接下来，让我们把时间交给我们的许执行总监以及吴计划执行长。
Hi, distinguished organizer and participants. Today, Tiger Accelerator is pleased to present the topic, Get Your Green Sales Strategy Ready to Step into EU Markets, Couple Essential Business Partner You May Need. My name is Valerie Xu, Director of Tiger Accelerator. Today, I would like to talk about the EU Green Deal. How will it impact my business? Climate change and environmental degradations are an existing threat to Europe and the world. To overcome these challenges, in 2019, the European Commission launched the European Green Deal, which is a package of action to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and to minimize the use of resources while achieving economic growth. The final goal is to achieve no net emissions of greenhouse gases by 2050. This means that products sold in the EU markets will need to meet higher sustainability standards. If you export to the EU, you want to know how the EU Green Deal policies can impact your business and prepare yourself for those impacts. You may need to adopt a new economic model in order to reduce, reuse, and recycle to achieve sustainable business growth. For example, you may adopt as a service model to transform the EU into a modern, resources efficient, and competitive economy. How does the EU Green Deal impact imports to EU? You may face higher standards for social environmental sustainability in production and processing of goods and services. You may face increased demands for information on production and processing practices. In the short term, you may face increased cost of transitioning to new models of sustainable production. However, in the long term, the EU Green Deal is preparing the exporters of goods for a sustainable global market. The Fit for 50 package is a set of proposals for new EU legislation for the EU to meet the EU 2030 climate goal in order to achieve 55% reduction targets by 2030. The Fit for 50 package includes the following scheme and policies and regulations. So the EU could reduce its greenhouse gas emission by at least 55% by 2030. Here, I would like to touch upon Carbon Border Adjustment Mechanism, CBAM, which is part of European Green Deal. The EU importers of goods covered by the CBAM registers with national authorities, where they can also buy CBAM certificates. Certificates are priced based on weekly ETS allowances. ETS means emission trading system. The EU importer declares the emissions embedded in its imports and surrenders the corresponding number of certificates each year. If importers can prove that a carbon price has already been paid during the production of the imported goods, the corresponding amounts can be deducted. This is to reach the fairness and the equalization across borders. Sectors covered in the first phase of CBAM, our environmental policy tool to help maximize the European and the global impacts of our fight against climate change, include cement, iron and steel, aluminum, fertilizer, electricity, and this is in the transitional phase starting from 2023 and the fully operational from 2026. This is my presentation, and if you need to match with a specialist for European Green Deal, please contact Tiger Accelerator. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. First of all, thanks for the event host and every participations to having me here today. My name is Kevin Wu. I'm located in Germany and obviously nearby Frankfurt. Myself was an agency in European market development for more than 15 years and moving to Germany since 2011. As we all believe, climate change is really there, and we are facing many natural disasters happens in our Earth. And we all think we have, and we really can do something. In any case, this change is happening. Instead of sitting there and doing nothing, we also see this change brings Go Green a lot of opportunity, also in business, right? In terms of Go Green, I believe all you have good knowledge and a strong confidence to build your own product portfolio with a business strategy in mind and wanna step into European market to grow your business. As prior, Amazon and the marketing campaign friends give you a lot of tips how and what you should do and be able to smoothly step into European market. Apart from the strategy, sales plan in mind, today I want to take this chance to talk about a couple essential knowledges and the European regulation changes that you have to know, and perhaps a third-party agents can give you a big assist and let you more focus on your company core competence and maintain your products capabilities, really present and win the European market. Let's go green. In this session, I divided into three parts. The first part is I would like to share with you some numbers that everybody can have some idea about European market in terms of e-commerce. Second part is now we are using the e-commerce as a sales channel to step into market. Marketplace is really a good method that we can utilize. It gives us a lot of convenience, a lot of a tool to understand about market. They provide the tools for us to understanding about where we have to address, where we have to put the advertisement. Some evidence I would like to also raise. Vendors have to, not just only the marketplace, but also your own website to better interpret your own branding and to differentiate with your competitor. The third part, I would like to talk about some European product requirements and regulation changes that every vendor have to know and have to be prepared in order to step into market, to really win the market, to really earn the money from the European market. Okay, as we can see from the left side is the e-shopper, the people who are much more willing to shop on the internet. The first rank is the UK, the next one is the Netherlands, Denmark, Switzerland, and Germany. Although Germany is in the rank of the fifth, but Germany is the biggest market in Europe with 83 million populations, and people are much more environmental friendly awareness. People are much more buying something with go green products, they say. Okay, that's the reason many e-commerce or marketplace vendors are much more addressing those five the biggest European market, like Germany, France, Spain, Italy, plus the UK. In the middle of the chart, we can see the statistic numbers. The retail e-commerce forecast from 2017 to 2025. During the pandemic period, we can see the numbers have the big growth, have a 20% of the growth rate. As we probably know, this year is happy to see the COVID is leaving away, and we can, from the statistical number, we can see the growth rate have dropped significantly, but it still maintains 7%. In the coming year, we also can see forecast figures are maintained 7% stably. Okay, the third one, we can see the e-GDP compared to the traditional defined GDP. Actually, the e-GDP is still in a very small portion. It means that the e-commerce is still in a very big room to grow. As we talk about e-commerce as our sales strategy to step into market, there are two things can be highlighted. The first one is standing on the top of a giant's shoulder can shorten our learning curve a lot. The second one is I would encourage all our vendors have to build your standalone website in order to better communicate to the market, to better spread your product image to your target market segment. Okay, talking about e-commerce, we have to look at the big player, marketplace player like Amazon or eBay. Once they are talking about they are in the USA market, as we can see, the local player like Walmart, Target, Best Buy, these players are also very strong in the USA market, and I would say they are much more like a balanced position in terms of impacting each other. But compared to European market, although local player like Kaufland, Real in Germany, and Carrefour in France and in Spain are also playing very good position in the local market. but Amazon still owned 55% in the entire European e-commerce within the 27 countries. So you can see Amazon is really playing a very good position. That of course they are providing a lot of convenience to the vendors to step into market. That's the reason I would say standing on the top of a giant's shoulder can really short a lot of our learning curve in order to step into market. But on the other hand, I would like to also encourage the vendors not just only using marketplace like Amazon as a single source to step into market, but also you need to build your own website in order to better communicate with the market and better distribute or spread your communication to the market. Okay, European is a very interesting market, although branding are playing a big role, but the consumer are very much appreciate and looking for the small and the differentiate interest brand with the feature products. So I would believe all our vendor has a very good year in terms of value productions. But nowadays, our neighbor China is also doing very good in this part. So, but after this year's transforming, we can see a lot of Taiwan good vendor, or they can not just only familiar with the mass production, but also bring a lot of spirit and atmospheres into their product and or their product images. So I would encourage our vendor have to build your standalone website to better communicate to the market. Yeah, especially now, thanks for the innovation of a new technology. A lot of a new technology, like a digital brand, digital campaign, digital marketing are much more feasible than ever. So we, as a distance seller, we can really do a lot in this digital era. Okay, then the next part is the hard part, but let's jump into our today's topic. The European has a product requirements and the regulation change in order to bring your product really step into the market. So, for example, like the VAT, nowadays we need to have the sales tax to the point of the sales, then the requirements to the vendor, the EPR, so-called EPR, the extended producer responsibilities. That's a product requirements we need to follow. Then the next one is some of the regulation change also in custom clearance. So I would like to give you some brief understanding about this, because these are something vendors must to know and need to follow to be prepared in order to smoothly step into market and really win the market. And that's the reason we jump into today's topic, the couple essential business model you may need and in order to short your path to growth. Okay, then let's go next. As we were saying, e-commerce is also a new thing to the European market compared to other continents. The e-commerce sales value is still quite low. Okay, therefore, a lot of, let's say, many different new requirements and regulation are changing during these years, like the VAT, EPR, extended producer responsibility, and the custom clearance also have some changes in order to dealing with the e-commerce. Although these are actually written on the paper and announced by law, of course, we are able to learn by ourselves, but in practically, it's not that easy because many countries has different timing to fulfill these requirements and changes, and each country's office has a different interpret to the regulations. At the same time, how about your goods coming to the market, to the Europe? We are using the ocean ship. It's around about 2 months to arrive. How many quantities we need to be prepared in the European market? How those quantities can really fit into your marketing campaigns? On the other hand, how about after sales services? Once the goods sales to the customer, how we can dealing with those returned return the goods. I think those are something we need a local partner to dealing with. This we can't say issue, but there is a completely sales strategy we need to consider. That's the reason I would like to mention about this. And of course, within this 10 or 15 minutes, that is not easier to cover everything. That's the reason I would say some changes we need to know, and some experience, some essential partners we need to cooperate with. Experienced partner make us relax and be able to focus on our business. That's why we say 神队友可以带我们上天堂. Okay, let's jump into next page. Let's cover the e-commerce VAT first. After 1st of July 2021, e-commerce seller has the responsibility to collect the VAT from the buyer based on their delivery address. There are various VAT ratio in different countries. In Germany is 19%, France is 20%, Spain is 21%, Italy is 22%, then UK is 20%. For example, like the seller sell a 100 euro value of goods to the European consumer. On top of that 100, you need to plus 19% to the German buyer and 22% for Italian customer, for example. Where and how the seller can pay for the VAT. So this IOSS scheme can be very easy. The import one-stop shop. Dealing with the product value lower than 100 euro for each sales. Once the customs recognizes your IOSS numbers, then the clearance can be very easier compared to the traditional custom clearance. Through this IOSS, there is no duty and no import tax. It makes custom clearance become very easier. Many of the IOSS scheme agencies, they also provide a platform can recognize your sales and auto record the VAT amounts and certify the taxation report directly to the financial department in each country. This EPR, extended producer responsibility, is also a very important topic to the vendor, to the producer. These requirements directly affect our products, whether it is able to import into European countries. Saying easier is the European Committee would like to ask the producer has the full of the product responsibility throughout or completely the product life cycles. Okay, around about 80 regulations in legislations in 8 categories. After 16th of July 2021, all the product need to fulfill these EPR requirements, and you need to have the vendor need to have a product representative in the Europe be able to import a product into European countries. Okay, 3 major categories. Packaging in already performed in the Germany and the French market. WEEE waste, electrical and electronic equipment is coming in the next year. And the battery is also scheduled in the 2023. As what we were saying, the vendor is also able to join by themselves and study by themselves. Is actually written very clear in by law. Okay, so you can join the PRO, producer responsibility organizations, to register and to follow all the requirements into your products, especially like what we are saying, the first major category is packaging. Within the packaging, you need to have a specific logo and specific contact person and saying what kind of a product category you are belong to. Okay. On the other hand, you also can rely on the representative agency. They do have a complete knowledge to guide your products through all the ERP requirements. In the same time, they are able to be your EU representative. I think that is a very important formation and a very important essential partners you need to have in order to import a product into European countries. In this page, it shows the competitive e-commerce whole journey from the distant seller in Taiwan till the buyer in the Europe. Okay, after 2 months ocean shipment from Taiwan, for example, The first point we are arriving is the European customs. Okay, if we have our own shop or our standalone website to sell directly to the European customer, then we will consider that is a B2C. Then we are able to apply IOSS as a simple custom clearance to reach the European buyer. On the other hand, if we work with the marketplace player like Amazon in Europe, then we will considering B2B plus the B2C. Okay, when it arrive in the European, then we do the customs clearance like the traditional business as a B2B. Then we sell our products to through the marketplace player like Amazon as considering as a B2C. Of course, in the custom clearance, we also need to have HS code accuracy. In the EU, the third-party fulfillment services, the fulfillment services is based on the local, give you a local buffering stock, label exchange, pallet repacking, shipping parcels, delivery directly to the end customer, etc. Once we work with a marketplace player like Amazon, FBA, just very simple example. FBA have a requirements for the capacity requirements. Sometimes you can have 1,000 pieces be able to sell. Sometimes you have 10,000, but perhaps next month you can only have 500. So you definitely need to have some buffering in the local in order to fulfill your local market campaign. Considering the pan-Europe logistic services is also very important because European considering as a continent. So the truck, river, and the shipment are very different from our Taiwan environment. We always need to consider marketing campaign and sales as a whole. No matter you have your own website to communicate with the market, or you are through marketplace like Amazon to do the sales. Okay, e-marketing can be very convenient to the distance seller, but in order to properly communicate with the local potential seller or local target market segment, we perhaps are considering the social, digital social e-commerce like Facebook or IG or even the KOL to represent our products. But on the other hand, there's also have some cultural issues. We often make a joke. If we are considering a nice web design in Germany, we always say clean, and then everything have to be the white background, clear products picture. If we are in the Netherlands, then everything have some symbols with orange color. In France, at least 3 colors be able to see on the 7 pages. But if we are saying a nice page in the UK, then everything have to be the white and black in order to show the elegant atmosphere. So there is no any really fixed answer in order to dealing with the cultural issue. But marketing is already the communication to your local potential customers. So I think this part is always need to be considered to the local partner, and those are very essentials. Here are a couple of takeaways for you today. Go Green is our aim to achieve. Statistical figure and analysis data shows EU has a multiple growth potential compared to other continents. Apart from the sales strategy, essential tactical partner can help a lot. Consult with and learn in deep to avoid foreseeable risk. Every time when we doing something, we are considering 天时地利人和. Pandemic and inflation change our world a lot. In the same time, it really accelerates and transforming a lot of big opportunity that we never think about. 地利, Taiwan vendor has a strong Go Green awareness. That is a surprise. EU market with a strong intent appreciate the environmental friendly product, and it really happens in their practical daily life. That is a demand and quite strong. 人和, we can help. Thanks for your time. and hope to really bring some hints for your reference, and looking forward to meet you guys in our next matching event. Thanks again.
And thank you for your wonderful presentation. 欢迎各位再度回来到我们的活动现场哦。然后也让我们再次感谢台核加速器的许执行总监以及吴计划执行长他们所带来的分享。他们刚才提到了许多进出口的合作伙伴们，他们需要台湾企业提供一些什么样的细项的规范，以及他们应该符合哪一些项目，以及他们所需要的专业知识，以及他们可以如何透过法规来提高他们的市场喜好度，以及他们的品牌形象等等，这些都是对于我们台湾企业非常有注意的。那么我们刚才也在我们的聊天室看到有非常踊跃的问答，那么我们将会透过我们的小编呢，在接下来的这个 Q&A 的这个 panel discussion 的时间呢，将来统一来由各位专家来跟各位解答。所以呢，不用着急，我们等一下就可以听到了各位专家的答案了。So the chat box, we see there are a lot of questions and there have already been some answers given. So we will be collecting all of the questions for our Q&A panel discussion later on today. 接下来的时间呢，我们将进行台湾循环经济产品线上发表。今天特别邀请我国中小企业与各位分享他们研发的永续产品以及绿色技术，以展现出我国循环经济技术与绿色永续能量。当然，我们更期待的是能够与线上的各位碰撞出永续的新商机。So next, we will give our time to the Taiwan Circular Economic Production team. So we have invited 4 small to medium enterprises of Taiwan to give their presentation on their new green sustainable products, to demonstrate our green technology and to demonstrate our power in circular economy. 那么首先呢，为大家介绍的第一家国内企业代表是我们的禾本科。禾本科的循环经济产品为稻壳再制文创商品。禾本科成立于2013年，以 Bring Nature into Culture 理念，结合天然牧草与可回收塑料，以 Eco 加 Art 设计概念支持减碳减塑的气候行动，倡导把大自然带入文化中。So our first presentation on the circular economic product published by True Grass is their rice husk remanufacturing cultural and creative commodities. Established in 2013 with the concept to bring nature into culture, they combine natural forage grass and recyclable plastic with the eco plus art design concept, which supports the climate action of carbon plastic reduction and advocates bringing nature into culture. 接下来就让我们来欣赏禾本科他们的分享。
我们将生生不息的牧草和稻杆与可回收材料做结合，以 Eco Plus R 设计理念带来大自然的精灵与我们的生命起源做连结。使用天然牧草混合环保塑料制作，自然散发天然牧草香气，呈现永续设计工艺。使用稻草纤维混合环保塑料制作，散发自然稻香，采用符合人体工学的三角形笔身设计。为了保护环境与海洋生态，全球主要国家定制于2050年达成净零碳排。未来取代石化塑胶与塑胶回收系统，将成为重要的环保议题。BioPP 采用生殖基回收植物油制成，并可以取代石化塑胶。 Nubopa 为全球首款 BioPP 环保吸管。一支 Nubopa 减少4公斤石化塑胶使用量，8公斤石化碳排放量。
非常感谢何本科的分享。Ladies and gentlemen, that was True Grasses。接下来是今天的第2家国内企业代表，齿绿国际股份有限公司。Next up, we have our Chile International Incorporated。齿绿国际今天要为各位介绍的循环经济产品是咖啡渣再利用、在地循环的台湾鞋。齿绿国际耗时3年研发出全球第1双全咖啡渣回收制成的系列鞋款，结合潮流设计与循环经济，在环保的主张中让您咖啡香穿着走。So, next up we have the circular economy product introduced by Chile International. It is coffee ground reused in Taiwan shoes with local circulations. So it took Chile 3 years to develop the world's first pair of shoes made from recycled coffee grounds, combining trend design and circular economy in the idea of environmental production. They make it possible for you to wear the aroma of coffee. So next, let us give our time to Chile International. 接下来就把时间交给齿绿国际。
Sneakers made from coffee? Yes. And they are comfortable, ultralight, sustainable. Did you know that humans drink 850 billion cups of coffee a year? And most of spent coffee grounds are dumped into the landfill, where they become a hazardous climate waste that contributes to massive global greenhouse gas emissions. At ExpressSole, we designed a breakthrough technology for the planet to make shoes for everyone with a socially conscious, eco-friendly material to reduce our environmental impact and turn the hazardous waste from millions of tons of spent coffee grounds into high-tech footwear material. Our proprietary process extracts material from over 5 cups of coffee into a pair of high-performance, flexible shoes. After years of advanced materials science research, we found the way to make recycled coffee grounds a key building element of every major component of the footwear. How do we make shoes out of coffee? Spent coffee grounds are mixed and melted with recycled plastic bottles, then extruded into the fibers that create the coffee yarn to make the upper and insole. Coffee has some amazing properties, like fighting odor, because odors are trapped by coffee, and since coffee is antimicrobial, even if you sweat, they'll barely smell. ExpressSole comes standard with a water-repellent coating, using a proprietary knit mesh and a leading-edge nano-filtering process that keeps the water out while maintaining breathability.
My foot's not wet. That's awesome. No, it's not wet.
The coating is also dirt-proof, so your shoes can stay bright, clean, and dry no matter what.
It just won't wait out. My foot should be soaked, and it's not soaked at all. It's really crazy. That's actually really cool.
The fibers feature quick-dry and moisture-wicking technology, a natural quality of the patented coffee yarn. So when the day is hot, you'll appreciate the moisture-wicking property, keeping your feet cool and comfy. Coffee yarn has microscopic holes to reflect the UV rays, providing unsurpassed UV protection to keep your skin healthy from sunlight. We even transformed spent coffee grounds into the outsole, resulting in optimal softness and ergonomics, and to reduce by 30% the consumption of petroleum-based traditional materials currently used in footwear. Our high-grip soles provide comfort, functionality, and performance padding. You'll appreciate that we've upgraded the slip-resistant tread, so you can trust it to support you without compromise on any terrain. It's also flexible and soft, with a unique high-resilient construction to give you a barefoot-like feel. Even with all the features, ExpressSole is still ultralight, so you can feel free to hang around anywhere. Our mission was to create a comfy urban shoe with sustainability in mind, so that people everywhere can get more comfortable and eco-conscious for their city explorations. This year, ExpressSole received the prestigious Red Dot Award for excellence in making an ecological contribution by means of using recycled material. ExpressSole adapts to your lifestyle without compromising functionality and style, and is a great fit for every occasion. We are reducing methane and carbon dioxide emissions from spent coffee grounds by turning them into footwear. Get our unique style today and join us to create an impact. ExpressSole provides more comfort and improves the climate for everyone, no matter where the road takes you. Get ExpressSole now, and let's take one step closer to sustainability and comfort. ExpressSole, right there, wherever life takes you. Most people stay inside on rainy days, but we disagree. Life was made for exploration, even when it pours. Introducing Expressol Panto, the world's first ultralight 100% waterproof, sustainable, moisture-wicking rain boot made from recycled coffee grounds. Remember your old rain boots? Ugly and impossible to clean. Meet our newest research-inspired design to address every problem found in the common rain boot. Panto was crafted as the world's first flexible, odor-controlled, high-grip rain boots. Now everyone can feel good walking in the rain. At Expressol, the city is our laboratory. Did you know that spent coffee in landfills emits greenhouse gases and contributes to global climate change? We discovered that we could recycle the coffee grounds to make a never-before-seen super material, perfect for wet climates. Our designers worked with our materials scientists to design a recycled rain shoe from the ground up with a totally new material that is waterproof, lightweight, high grip, quick dry, and flexible. Something that you can wear all season long. Waste from over 15 cups of coffee combine to make the lightweight, high resilience material in every major part of Panto. The interior is lined with Expressol knitted fabric, made from quick-dry recycled coffee yarn that has antimicrobial properties, perfect for odor control, not to mention microscopic pores to wick moisture away from your feet. Unique Expressol sole technology upcycles spent coffee grounds and also provides strong grip, even on wet, slippery surfaces. It uses an ultra-comfortable, cushioned insole for instant, springy comfort. With dirt-proof outsoles, these are easy-to-clean, high-performing shoes for wet climates. This year, Expressol Panto took home a series of prestigious international design awards to honor its product excellence in making an ecological contribution for the world. So say goodbye to heavy, smelly old boots and say hello to Panto. Feel awesome even on the wettest days. Expressol Panto washes easily in a home laundry machine. Just remove the laces and insoles. Rinse off extra soil and debris and put the boots in with towels to keep the load balanced. Use liquid detergent and simply dry them in the shade. Really, Panto can be washed up to 100 times without losing any of its grip or waterproofing. Our patented technology reduces environmental impact while creating a more sustainable solution for everyone. Join us to save the planet and feel great on the wettest days. Panto. Dare to care and rediscover the magic of life in the great outdoors.
That was 池绿 International, ladies and gentlemen. 非常感谢池绿国际的分享。再来为各位介绍第3家国内企业代表是集全塑胶工业股份有限公司。Next up, we have our Living Fountain. Living Fountain Plastics is to present to everyone on sustainable and circular economic products. 集全塑胶要为各位介绍的循环经济产品是绿色安全 Triton 餐具。集全塑胶采用美国 Eastman 公司所研发的安全塑料材质，开发了一系列的安全无毒的餐具，并首创了 Triton 餐具100%回收奖励机制，达到了循环经济的友善环境目标。So, our third presentation, Living Fountain Plastic Industry. It adopts a safe plastic material developed by Eastman Company in the United States, and they have developed a series of safe and non-toxic tableware and pioneered 100% recycling reward mechanism of Triton tableware to achieve eco-friendly goals for circular economy. Next, let us give our time to Living Fountain. 我们接下来把时间交给集全塑胶。
Welcome to Living Fountain, a packaging manufacturer for over 30 years in Taiwan. We will have a brief presentation to let you know about Living Fountain. You will know more about us and our specialty, then green packaging and how we can help you boost business growth. About Living Fountain, Established from 1991, Living Fountain has 31 years of packaging producing experience and continue to offer the best solution for our client. Second, most of our products are 100% made in Taiwan. Some are our Vietnam factory made. Third, since 2015, with Sustainable Development Goals of United Nations, we started to take green and sustainable action into our production, like green energy, energy saving, and carbon reduction. And while we specialize, we focus on 3 packaging categories: cleaning and personal care, food packaging, biotech and pharma packaging, including dispensing pump, trigger sprayers, PCR PET PE bottles, caps. With various product lines, we help hundreds of domestic and overseas clients like Seba, Rocket, Gojo, Gao to overcome their packaging problem. And now, with environmental consciousness rises, people tend to use green packaging as priority. Living Fountain holds the spirit of green economy. We started to create green projects with our clients. First, in 2018, Living Fountain cooperated with Override Company to create the first PCR dispensing pump in the world. Now, we can also use PCR material to produce caps, pumps, and bottles. Second, PBS sugarcane cup with 7-Eleven. We help our client to produce caps using PBS sugarcane material, which is bio-based, biodegradable material and holds a huge popularity in Taiwan market. Third, PCR PE bottle and caps with Carrefour Taiwan, from making mold to color matching and producing with PCR material. Living Fountain provide one-stop solution for Carrefour, but also our clients. Next, we launched our own tableware brand, Taste Living, using safe material Triton, which is FDA certificate, BPA, BPS, EA, and AF-free material. And this material is from USA Eastman Company to produce safe and non-toxic tableware. This material is also 100% recyclable. As a result, we create a closed circulatory system when we produce primary products and deliver to our clients. After 2 to 3 years of using, they recycle tableware. Then we reproduce them into secondary non-food level product. This is not a conceptual idea. Living Fountain has made it. In 2020 and 2021, we have recycled over 1,080 kilograms tableware from ASE Group, recycling rate up to 10%. We reproduce them into soap holder, flower pot, and storage box. Truly fulfill the idea of green packaging. So, how we can help your business? We offer one-stop solution from design, mold to production and after sales. Then, green packaging and product with PCR material to reuse the plastic and cause less garbage. Last one, we offer small NOQ, which 5,000 is available. With above-mentioned service, we truly believe we can help you and do some help for our Earth. So, in the end, we would like to invite you to use PCR material and join us. We could together help for a better Earth. Thank you for your attention.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. That was Living Fountains Plastics. 最后来为各位精选的第4家国内企业代表是俊龙橡胶工业股份有限公司。今天俊龙橡胶要为各位介绍的循环经济产品是永续再利用轮胎回收地垫。俊龙橡胶最为人知的商品是儿童游戏场的橡胶地砖，以及健身房地砖、健身房卷材等等。多年来，以环境保护视为最大的企业责任，产品原料来源80%为卡车废轮胎回收再利用的颗粒，用绿色的产品许给下一代彩色的未来。So last but not least, our fourth domestic enterprise representative is Junlong Rubber Industry Company. Today, they are introducing their circular economic practice, sustainable reuse tire recycling format. The most well-known product of Junlong Rubbers are the rubber floor tiles for children's playgrounds, for gyms, and also for gym coils. And their green products promise a colorful future for the next generation. 那我们来欢迎俊龙橡胶。Let us welcome Junlong Rubbers. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to us live. 刚才呢是俊龙橡胶他们所带来的分享，欢迎大家继续回到我们欧洲市场绿色民生消费趋势与跨境商机媒合研讨会的直播现场。So, welcome back to our European market webinar on green people's livelihood consumption trends and cross-border business opportunities matching. So, next will be our panel discussion time that we have all been looking forward to. 接下来是我们精彩的研讨会座谈时段，相关的与谈人已经都上线了。那么我们接下来就来请他们一一打声招呼，并且让我们来欢迎他们来和我们一起进行探讨。首先呢，让我们欢迎全球最大的线上零售商 Amazon Global Selling 欧洲站点的业务拓展经理的 Business Development Manager, Mr. Zhuyi Zhang. Let us welcome Amazon Global Selling Business Development Manager, Mr. Zhuyi Zhang.
Hello, everyone. How are you guys? Yes, I'm a EU team from Amazon Taiwan. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. So we look forward to sharing some of your insights with us later on.
Definitely.
好，非常谢谢。接下来是我们全球最大跨境电商服务供应商 Channel Advisor 的亚太地区方案与合作经理 Mr. Simon Kelly. Let us welcome Mr. Simon Kelly from Channel Advisors to say hi to everyone.
Hi, everyone. How are you doing?
We're doing great. How are you?
Very well, thanks.
We look forward to your sharing.
Excellent. Apologies if there's problems with the internet. It's a very rainy day in Melbourne, so it seems to be impacting things here.
We can hear you perfectly, so
Excellent.
hope there won't be any problems later on. Thank you. 非常谢谢 Simon Kelly 先生。接下来，让我们欢迎我们的台欧商机资源整合专家、台核加速器的执行总监许秀芳小姐，以及我们的创新可持续性的计划执行长吴岭宏先生。首先，让我们来欢迎我们的 Tiger Accelerators Executive Director Miss Valerie Su.
Hi, everybody. Nice to meet you. In this great event, and 大家好，我们希望我们来共创台欧商机，谢谢。
非常谢谢 Valerie， 以及让我们来欢迎我们的计划执行长 ，Our Sustainable Innovation and Venture Building Director, also from Tiger Accelerators, Mr. Calvin Wu.
Hello, everyone. Nice to meeting you here. Yeah, as what Valerie saying, we hope to bring many our potential vendors to step into European market. Then we can help.
非常谢谢执行长，非常谢谢。那么我们很期待听到您接下来的分享以及解答。那相信各位参与我们上半段精彩的研讨会之后呢，心中都有一些想法。那也已经有许多贵宾已经有留了问题在我们的这个聊天室内，交给我们的小编。现在我们就邀请我们的讲者为我们来一一的解答。So we have already saw some questions from the chat box. So we hope to begin our panel discussion for today with our first questions that we have received. 首先呢，我们要来请问这位经理 from Amazon， 请问您在 Amazon 的网络市场在欧洲有许多的机会，能否请您再补充一下欧洲消费者对于环境友善产品的喜好程度呢？ So can you elaborate on the consumers' preferences? How much they love our environmentally friendly products? Mr. 这位经理 your microphone isn't on.
Sorry, I have a question. Do I speak in English or Chinese? Which one's better? Hello?
You may decide, because if you speak in Chinese, the moderator will translate for you.
Okay, got it, no problem. So, yeah, I was speaking this in Chinese. Okay, 那这个其实在欧洲那边是有很多商机的，不管是英国啊、德国、法国、意大利或西班牙，这些呢，他们的人口都是有非常大的欧洲环境保护意识。那政府也有在强烈的推广中，不管是从 CE 的欧洲认证，到 WEEE 的废电池认证，或是 RoHS 的欧洲危险性物质指令，都会希望大家所有卖家来遵守欧洲法规跟环境保护付出一份心力。所以变成说，就是说亚马逊在线上如果你有备注 Going Green 或是一个故事来讲说你为什么保护环境政策的话，消费者会感受到许多，一定会多加分对你们的商品而言。谢谢。
谢谢经理，谢谢您的分享。So he has shared with us, Mr. Zhu Weichang has shared with us some of the regulations that the consumers would be looking at in order for us to meet their market needs. So, and then also some regulations such as the WEEE that if complied, it can raise the branding image as well as comply with the consumers' awareness. 非常感谢您，可以请您把您的麦克风先稍微关起来吗？好，非常感谢 ，Thank you。那么接下来呢，我想要请Simon Kelly，Mr. Simon Kelly from Channel Advisors to answer our next question. 所以呢，我们第二个问题呢，我们想请问我们的 Simon Kelly 先生，Channel Advisor 的亚太地区方案与合作经理，邀请他来回答。刚才呢，我们的简报有提到多项的行销政策，可否建议我们的台湾的中小企业，他们要如何投入成本与资源来推动呢？ So the presentation you gave earlier mentioned a number of marketing strategies. How should Taiwanese small and medium enterprises invest in funds and resources to bring up this promotion?
Good question. So really, I'd be looking at a number of different strategies if you can, right? So I'd be looking at, of course, the obvious ones of Google Shopping, Amazon advertising, and other marketplaces like eBay, Zalando, Kaufland. Virtually all of these channels have the ability to promote your products. But you need to start small and monitor that ROI. So yeah, I mean, I can give more detail if you'd like, but that's probably where to start. Is that you need to dip the toe in the water and just start advertising some way, keeping an eye on your budget, and then you can start to automate that. But like with anything in e-commerce, you just have to begin. Before you can automate everything, you've just got to give it a go and track the results.
Thank you, Simon, for your wonderful experience sharing. 非常感谢我们 Simon Kelly 刚才的解答哦。所以呢，最重要的一步呢，就是首先要马上开始，马上行动起来。只要你开始推出了你的广告的话呢，必定会有效益的。所以呢，现在呢，就马上来去规划如何能够提升你的品牌形象的这个有效的广告注意。接下来，让我们进入到我们第3个收到的问题，这个是提出给我们的台核加速器，也就是我们的 Tiger Accelerators 的执行总监 Miss Valerie Su。So this question is for Miss Valerie Su from Tiger Accelerators。能否请您再补充说明一下？刚才已经有提到了许多要进军欧洲市场所需要的一些产品的要求以及市场的喜好等等。那么需要了解的一些法规的变更有哪些呢？以及对中小企业而言，他们需要做好哪一些准备的工作呢？ So what kind of preparational work would the small and enterprises need in order for them to succeed in the European market?
好，那我就用中文回答。麻烦您帮我翻译。其实台湾的中小企业呢的这个研发能力很强，还有就是说制造能力很强，但我想欧洲的消费者呢很重视一种品牌形象，还有刚刚讲员都有讲到，像 Go Green 在年轻的族群或者是大部分的消费者非常重视对于环境的保护。就是说像我们在荷兰，我们本身呢每一个州要去就是垃圾分类是有很多种的，我想至少有10种。那消费者对于这种垃圾分类啊、环境保护非常重视，所以他并不怕多花钱来买这些绿色产品。但我觉得我们台湾的就是中小企业呢，就是像刚 Kevin 演讲的，必须跟欧洲的这个专家来合作，因为法规的变化就是法规本身多如牛毛，然后法规本身都在变化。那我觉得如果要用自己的能力去了解，其实是很难的，所以一定要站在巨人的身上。所以你看我们今天的专家其实就是在辅助我们的台湾的新创公司能够注意这些来提供他们及时的咨询，那他们可以专注在自己的核心的研发、核心的产品的设计跟制造。那我的简报里面有几个欧盟的网站呢，如果各位有兴趣的话，就可以从这些欧盟的网站去得到及时的更新。那至于包括如何进口到欧洲，如何所谓的延伸的这个生产者的责任，如何报关，如何缴税，我想这些问题呢，以后如果有想要请我们提供更多资料，我们都可以 随时的分享。好，那大家不用把时间花在太多的法规的研究，而是要了解如何就是说量身定做适合你的法规，让你能够顺利的把产品运到欧洲，而且能够顺利的让消费者买单。我想这是今天的活动的主要的最终的目的。谢谢。
好，非常谢谢 Valerie， 非常谢谢总监您的分享。So what Valerie has shared with us on the European trend about how consumers, they care about branding image, and also if your product is go green, if it's environmentally friendly, it can raise awareness on the environment, then consumers will be more willing to purchase. And so what they provide is the first-hand support to EU regulations and meeting these regulations, such as in Valerie's presentation from earlier, she gave us many links to a lot of the EU websites that can provide us with insights on how to meet these regulations. But the point is not for us to spend so much time finding out exactly what each regulations want, but rather find the regulations that would best present your products to the EU market. 好的，那么接下来我们还有一个问题呢，我们要请我们的无计划执行长 Mr. Calvin Wu, also from Tiger Acceleration， 能够请你协助补充说明一下电子商务较倾向于德国、法国、西班牙、意大利和英国这5个欧洲市场的原因吗？我们刚才呢都有提到了这些市场呢，他们是人口是特别的多，那么他们在于线上的这些电商的平台呢，消费的力也非常的高。So can you further explain the e-commerce is more inclined to the 5 European countries of Germany, France, Spain, Italy, and the UK?
在这边哈，我针对这个问题稍微回答一下，那但是我也有一些补充的点可以跟大家分享。OK， 那首先呢，就是说，其实，在我们整个从一开始处长提到所有的这些讲者，大家就一直提到说，欧洲是一个对的市场。那包括大家也很明确的看到，比如说像 Amazon 他们这种大企业，他直接从那个 statistic 从那个统计的数字上告诉我们的很多的答案。好，那这5个国家呢，也呼应到它的那个population 里面去，就是说这些人口的消费力是有它的 potential 的。那我当然在我的报告里面也提到这个点。那所以我说我们如果说要进军到欧洲，我觉得说这个所有的讲者已经把这个重点都已经 highlight 出来了。好，就是这5个国家，你们的厂商适合的产品可以从这5个国家去出发，哪一个国家对你们来讲，对厂商来讲是一个适合的出发点？那我就像那个 Simon 刚才也提到啊，我们就做下去的原因就是说，因为如果我觉得我们台湾的厂家常常在后面观看，但是我看到那个 chat 里面会议聊天的那个 room 里面也看到有人问到说，就是说。这个环保的产品对这个欧洲的吸引度或者说大家的认知度怎么样？刚才 Valerie 也提到，刚才那个 Simon 也提到，其实这个 culture 跟我们台湾的厂家非常的不一样啊，因为在欧洲里面大家的这个对这个环保的意识，其实是在他的生活里面，是他出自于内心的，他觉得他可以从做一点事情而来改变这个世界。或者是说让我们这个 environmental 的这个环境更好，他们是出自内心的，而不是喊口号。这个是一个很明确，我可以给大家一个 typical 的 case 啊，像现在因为油价一直涨，那这个德国的这个电呢已经涨了17倍了 ，OK， 可是呢这国家的政策还是什么？我们宁愿废核电，用全世界最高的电价，还是要废核电。好，那我不是用这个议题在讲我们台湾的话题，而是借这个 concept 让这个 vendor 能够知道，其实我们这些永续经营做这些 Go Green 的绿色企业的厂家，其实你们在欧洲的机会是非常非常大的，只是你们还找不到跳板，你们没有这些 resources 去 leverage。所以在我的这个报告里面，我提到就是说，其实因为这些不管是法规或是这个进口的这些 这些 custom clearance 海关的这些问题，其实它都只是条例而已，我们就只能去遵守。如果你这些条例没有遵守，事实上你就自己就已经把门关起来了。所以这些东西呢是非常重要，但是不需要花你们的力气。这是我想在我的报告里面提到，就是机会很多。我们台湾的厂家也很多机会，但是这些条件、这些法规是我们第一得去面对的。那你只要符合它的法规，它已经是白纸黑字写在那里了，它也没什么 tricky 可以闪躲。那我们只要去符合这些法规，那进到市场就是靠我们其他的这些通路，比如说刚才这个 Simon 也提到，这个结尾也提到marketplace 是一个很好的。做远端销售来讲，对我们台湾是一个生产基地，而做远端销售 reach 到其他的这个市场上来讲，是一个非常方便，而且现在因为这个 everything is digitalization， 所以它其实是非常容易，不要说非常容易，但是是一个 reachable 的 target， 一个 mission。那有这个 Simon 他们像他们 channel advisor 这样子一个professional， 那可以帮我们把这个真正的台湾的这个好的厂家带到这个市场上去。OK， 这是我的一些回答，那希望对大家有帮助。那会后如果说我们有一些比较细节的东西，我们可以再相互讨论一下。OK， 谢谢。
好，非常谢谢执行长，谢谢。Thank you, Kelvin Wu, for your wonderful sharing. So, as he's mentioned, even with the cost of electricity being one of the highest in European countries, they're still willing to give up on nuclear to go green. So that is how much they prefer green products and green sustainability and circular economy. So if there are any further detailed questions regarding regulations, Kelvin Wu will be happy to answer any questions that you have after our seminar today. 好的，接下来呢，我们因为时间的关系，我们再进行2题就好了。那么 due to our time frame, I will be asking Mr. Zhu Wei Zhang from Amazon one more question. So, 我们刚才有提到73%的网络购物是从 Y 世代的网络购物需求来的，能否补充对于这些 Y 世代的消费者，我们应该如何来去掌握他们对于环境永续商品的这个需求呢？ So the numbers show that 73% of online shopping is from our Generation Y. So how can we better grasp the demand of Generation Y consumers on environmentally sustainable products? Mr. Zhang, your microphone is off.
好，谢谢哦。那我这边要从73%开始讲说，为什么73%网络购物的 Y 世代或是 Millennial 呢？因为我们现在这年代，我们都是在网络的生长情况下长大，不管什么这样的东西都是靠网络，已经很少像 traditional 那种 buy-in 去店里了，很多都是想要用网络来解决。那由于是消费者的现在就是他们不管从网络上比价、下单、看产品，都是会想要用网络的迅速来了解、来沟通。因为我们现在事情太杂，我们 Y 世代的注意力有的确比前一代的时间短很多。那要怎么沟通？要怎么样解决这个问题呢？在图片方面，商品的图片、商品的产品包装、商品上的介绍，在网站上都是非常非常重要的一环。像你写的文字、你用的字、你的包装、你的颜色，都是每个卖家必须要想到该如何 catch their eyes。但是还有最重要的是一个是卖家的评论。很多人现在就是一个 social media， 有些人说不好，大家会觉得不好；有些人说好，会大家就觉得好。所以评论来说，也会大家这个 feedback， 大家要注意一点，要如何得到更好的 feedback。谢谢。
非常谢谢我们 Mr. Zhu Wei Zhang. Thank you, Mr. Zhu Wei Zhang, for your wonderful sharing. So he has mentioned that the Generation Y, their focus is on the trend, on the new things that come out, and they have a smaller attention span compared to the traditional consumers, which would bring them to take more attention in the SNS promotions on these platforms, and also the packaging of the products, the color scheme that these brandings are using, and the branding image. So if there are any more questions regarding how to better build your brand, you can ask our Mr. Joey Zhang after the seminar. 我们还有一个时间来问最后一个问题. So we have time for one more last question. So this is for Channel Advisor. 这是给我们的这个 Channel Advisor 的亚太地区方案与合作经理 Mr. Simon Kelly. So 我们在未来几年内在欧洲拓展的话，我们拥有一个网络商场策略是非常重要的。那么有哪些建议可以提供给我们的台湾中小企业参考呢？ So in the upcoming years, if we expand in Europe, it is very important to have an online shopping strategy that is effective. So what suggestions can be given to our Taiwan small and medium enterprises to start?
So, I mean, and I'm not saying this just because Amazon are online, but really, first and foremost, you want to be going after that general audience. So really, you want to take advantage of large general marketplaces. So you want to take advantage of Amazon first and foremost, and those types of channels. So Amazon, and then eBay, and then if you can, someone like a Zalando for fashion would go really well. But as you decide where your customers live, as you decide what sort of niches that you're selling in, then it's a matter of having tiny cannons. It's a matter of choosing lots of little marketplaces and lots of regions and having a system enabled to do that. So you're not going to get all your sales from one country in one marketplace. You need a team or a tool so that you can gradually expand through more and more places.
Okay, thank you, Simon, for your wonderful sharing. 那么刚才我们 Simon 经理他所提到了主要的消费族群，我们必须得要从现在已经非常成功的大平台来去看我们的商品适合哪些主要的族群。就比如说，我们可以透过 Amazon 或者是 eBay 这些已经很成功的大平台来去看，说他们是哪一些商品是做的特别好的，销售的特别好。那么我们同时呢，也要在我们的这个销售策略上面呢，并不可以只专注在其中一个国家或者是两个国家，而是要多方的观察来去拓展我们的市场的据点。那么如果有更多的问题的话呢，也可以在会后与我们的 Mr. Simon Kelly 再来跟他共同探讨。那么接下来呢，因为我们时间的关系，所以呢，我们今天欧洲市场绿色民生消费趋势与跨境商机媒合研讨会的活动，大家的提问都非常的踊跃。但是我们呢，因为时间不足的关系呢，所以呢，我们研讨会呢将要在这边告一个段落。So today we will be concluding our European market webinar on green people's livelihood consumption trend and cross-border business opportunities matching. But with a minute of our time, 最后的一点点时间，我们来邀请我们的4位与谈人为我们今天的活动主题国际绿色民生消费趋势与跨境商机来做一个简语的结尾。So let us invite our 4 guest speakers, the 4 panelists, to share with us a one-sentence closing remark for our seminar today. So first, I would like to invite Mr. Zhu Weichang.
我想要说这个绿色革命，谢谢大家的邀请。那我想说，很多卖家可能会说，到底要做什么？那我讲上面其实先做了再说，因为不管怎样，很多东西没办法到 100% ready 才继续做，才来再做。因为光跨境电商来说是一个非常难的困难，说简单，说困难。因为每天遇到的事情都不一样。我会建议说，这边卖家赶快联系我们，就先开始了解该怎么做。当你在做的时候，你就会发觉到，其实有些东西还是要继续学的，没问题。谢谢。
Thank you, Mr. Zhu Weichang. So as he mentioned that the first thing to do is to get started, of course. Nothing can be 100% ready. As you get started, you will smoothly move on to the rail to proceed. So next, let us invite Mr. Simon Kelly 让我们邀请 Simon Kelly 经理来做他的结尾的分享。So one sentence closing remark, please.
Have a look at your category and your competition. So if you don't know where to start searching. Search for your products on multiple different channels and search and sell something that you're passionate about, because then it's going to make your whole business life much easier.
Thank you, Simon. 那么 Simon 他提到了，首先呢，如果你不知道要如何着手进入我们的欧洲市场呢，首先就是要做好你的功课，要做调查，来去调查说你的产品它适合哪一个消费族群。这个首先呢，就跟刚才诸位经理他也所提到的，就是要先行动起来。那么接下来，让我们欢迎我们的许执行总监。Next, let us welcome Valerie Xu to give her closing remark.
好，我就用我刚刚的一个标题 ，The EU Green Deal How will it impact my business？ 就是说 EU Green Deal 是一个欧洲的整个Go Green 的大政策的平台。那我们的台湾的公司必须要有一个新的商业模式，要 reduce、reuse、recycle 才能够让你的business 转型。那虽然现在看起来进入欧盟市场的门槛很高，成本很高，但是如果你不开始，你就永远无法进入这个市场。所以呢，现在开始投资，开始转型，您将会就说是捷足先登进入欧洲的商机。谢谢。
Thank you, Valerie. 非常谢谢我们执行总监的分享。So she has mentioned that the EU Green Deal is a policy to go green that is a big picture for all the countries in Europe and the European market. And so it has followed the reduce, reuse, and recycle policy. And although it is very high cost compared to other markets in the world, but once you enter it, you have great consumer opportunities. 好的，非常谢谢许执行总监。接下来让我们欢迎吴计划执行长的分享。Mr. Calvin Wu, please give us your one sentence closing remark. 执行长，您的麦克风。
OK， 不好意思，在这边我给大家一个小小的心得哈，就是我们台湾的厂家都很就是知道怎么制造市场知道制造产品，但是我们要怎么样进到市场上呢？还是套用我自己在我的 presentation 里面提到天时地利人和天时就是现在呢。是一个很好的机会，因为 after COVID-19 大家的生活习惯改变了消费习惯改变了，即便最 stubborn 最固执的德国人现在都愿意上网买东西了，而且是一个最大的消费国那这个你可以看到欧洲的一个改变是非常大的。然后呢，再来就是说讲一个比较短的时间点，就是因为现在是刚好是比如说现在这个 Amazon 他们在进入了2023年的这个年底了。所以他们开始为了2022年的年底了，所以他们开始进入2023年的开始很多的 promotion 的 program 针对23年的机会点，所以事实上他们也有很多的为了2023年在准备的一些 program， 打算 release 给这个新的厂家那这个是一个天时。那地利就是说，我们台湾是一个生产的基地，但是我们绝对是一个外销的这个我们绝对是一个外销的这个经济来源。那外面的市场对我们来讲非常重要，而这个欧洲呢，刚好就需要这样的一个东西，而且在这么样一个大陆型的国家，是我们过去都用 OEM、ODM 来去 reach 这个市场，但是现在有 digital 来这个数位化的这个模式，让这个远程消费变成是可以执行了那再来下一个就是人和，我们很高兴有今天这个机会在这边遇到大家。那我们也本身就已经在德国、在荷兰、在欧洲这个市场深耕很多年了，所以我们就在这个地方，这个我觉得就是我们台湾厂家的痛点。 你们在台湾可以把东西做得很好，但是你们不知道怎么走到市场上去，也之所以有这个经济部创造这样一个平台，让我们有机会互相碰头。那这就是我讲的，那人和我们大家可以来磨合，来试试看，来讨论看看，有机会让我们可以一起把这个商机带到这个欧洲来。OK， 谢谢大家。
Thank you, Mr. Calvin Wu。非常感谢我们的吴计划执行长。是的，就是天时地利人和哦。So our European e-commerce trend is growing rapidly right now as we speak, and it is opening up new programs to new opening doors to our export markets. So, and as export is one of Taiwan's biggest market margin, so it is our utmost priority to proceed with further business opportunities and investments for our small and medium enterprises to enter into the European e-commerce market. So if you have any more questions for any of the speakers, please feel free to stay after the seminar and discuss with them. 那么在此非常感谢大家的参与、响应以及热烈的提问。那么也再次谢谢今天讲者为我们带来丰富的议题内容。希望今天的研讨会内容能够为各位听众带来许多新的启发以及新的这个市场方针。同时，我们的小编群已经在留言区放上今天的活动满意度调查表，那么各位的宝贵意见对于我们日后的活动规划都是非常重要的参考。So thank you everyone for online participating today and for all of your wonderful questions and the panel discussions. And we thank the speakers again for their wonderful sharing of their experiences. And we hope that you had a fruitful and successful seminar today. And our assistants have already put in the chat box on our survey for satisfaction of the event. Please, everyone, take 1 minute to fill out the satisfaction survey. This is going to facilitate our future events. 那么在这边我要特别向各位报告一下，我们在10月27号还有一场欧洲市场绿色民生消费市场的精准媒合会。On October 27, we will be having an additional seminar for business matchmaking on European markets and small and medium enterprises. 这场活动我们将会邀请今天与会的3位市场专家，与各位进行1对1的商机媒合。还没报名10月27号的精准媒合会的朋友们，我们小编已经帮我们的报名链接放在我们的留言区，放在聊天室里面，请您务必尽快报名，我们的名额有限，即将额满哦。So, for those who have not registered to enter in the October 27th matchmaking seminar, please do so promptly. We will be inviting back our 3 experts from today to continue with one-on-one, face-to-face business matchmaking with all of the interested participants. We hope that today and the event on October 27th will be able to open up a new market goals as well as open up new doors for MIT green products. 希望今天以及10月27号的活动能够为各位打开目标的市场，为 MIT 绿色产品打造无国界的商机，货卖全世界。非常期待各位的参与，预祝大家洽谈一切顺利，媒合成功。最后再次感谢大家的参与。今天是我们的系列2欧洲市场线上研讨会。我们在11月10号即将上档我们今年度的最终场次，系列3东南亚市场的绿色民生消费趋势与跨境商机媒合研讨会。一样期待我们在线上相见，我们不见不散。So last but not least, today was the conclusion of our Series 2 on European Market Trends seminar. And on November 10th, we will be having our last seminar of this year. It's on Series 3, our Southeast Asian markets on green sustainability trends and cross-borders business matchmaking seminar. We hope to see you there. Thank you. 非常谢谢。